Hey YouTubers, ladies and gents, welcome to another YouTube video. I really appreciate you tuning in for these things. Okay, today I'm just going to talk about the Labyrinth. I am really late on it, and most odds are you guys have probably already done it, but just in case that you haven't done it yet, I ran into some people, well, at least one, I should say, yesterday that really didn't know why people did to certain things when they were leading the lab. For one, they didn't understand why you would skip the big bosses, the Viscount and the Lich. Well, this year Lich isn't nearly as bad, even after they buffed it back up. Last year and the year before that, you would kind of hit and miss. If you decided to do Lich for some people, you could end up having it be a 15-minute encounter, 20-minute encounter, and then everybody would wipe, and then the group would break up, and then you just lost your farming group. But this year it's not as bad because Lich, I think I have almost failed Lich with a group once. Other than that, it wasn't even a big deal all the other times. So that's reason why most people avoid Lich. I take that back. The reason people avoid Lich and Viscount is because of it taking so long. The Lich doesn't take as long as Viscount. I timed it with a group a couple days ago with Viscount because somebody was arguing with me that, why not do it? Why not do it? Why not do it? So I went ahead and decided to do it, and we timed it. And long and behold, Mr. Horror came in and interrupted our process for Lich, or for Viscount, and it ended up being an 8-minute proposition. 3 minutes to lure Horror off of Viscount, and then it took 5 minutes to finish off Viscount. So that was 8 minutes. That's 8 minutes that you could do just running around tagging enemies, tagging things, and being done with it. Not being done with it, but getting more bags. So the object of the lab farm is to get trick-or-treat bags. It's not to kill bosses. It's not to get, you get some loot from the first time that you kill bosses, but after the first time you kill the bosses, which is Lich and Viscount, then you don't get hardly any loot. But to begin with, the loot's not that worth it anyway. And if you want to do it, there are groups that do it anyway. So let's go into the LFG group anyway. Evidently I like saying that word right now. And there are plenty of groups in the LFG. Some of them that do all doors, some of them that do none. Most of them skip. See, that was a no skip. So they'll do all the doors. So if you want to do Lich and Viscount, hit that one. That one doesn't specify. This one says no Lich, Viscount. That's the one that I usually do, and I prefer it, and that's the one that I usually command. When I command, that's what I usually do. Sometimes I'll do a Lich, but I'll hardly ever do Viscount. Cool people only, I do that sometimes. It sounds kind of funny. Lab, skip, Viscount, bosses, vets. So some people skip the vets. Excuse me. I'm not sure why they skip the vets, because they don't take very long at all, and you can get bags on the way to them. But in general, going around the center of the lab, we'll go back in here in a second, but just all you have to do to enter is go to the Lion's Arch, go up here to that door. It says Mad King's Labyrinth, and enter in. Hit your F, open the door. This video is going to be a little bit lengthy because I just want to go over it and blab about it, and don't know if I've seen anybody blab about it enough. And it's almost over. And I have my coffee, and I just felt like doing it. So let's look at the M, see if there's any commanders in here right now, and there are not. I could put up a commander tag and get the group going if I wanted, but that's not what I'm doing here in this video. Let's go back to the LFG. We'll go to the lab. So let's find one that we want to try to join. So some of these, like this one, is probably full. A lot of these ones with more people in it. So that one's skipping Viscount. It doesn't say skipping Lich. Let's just join that one. And then you want to right click on these and you want to join. Alright, let's look at the M and let's see where they're at. So that's where they're at, obviously. So this is Lich and this is Viscount. For the most part, your mob tagging, you'll get the most bags going around this circle. So that's why you'll see good commanders go around this circle. And when they go from door to door, they'll usually take the long way around and go around this circle. So this is Lich. Right here's a good door. Right here. That's a door that you want to get. It has the one with the foes on it, and you'll get a lot of bags. You'll get a lot of bags out of the one right there. It just spawned. That's important. That's important. And this one's important. Those are your three most important doors. This one is the least important door. That's Viscount, and we'll skip. Right here, that one door spawns there, and that's a vet. And I usually do the vet. And as long, because it doesn't take that long. And as long as I have a good group and they don't open Viscount, it's a good run. Look, the commander left. How about that? He maybe, no, I was going to say maybe he went to switch tunes because of diminishing returns, but he took it out of the lab. This is a good little group right here for mobs, but you can skip that if you want, but put it on your trail. Right here is a little skelly mob. That's a good group to get. So let's say there's a door right here, and there's a door right here. I wouldn't go the direct path like that. I would go around here and go through the center, and maybe that way, or maybe go this way. Oh, there's another door. That one's a very important door. Those are the doors that you want to always get. And I guess this video is more for commanders, but it also explained to you why commanders do that. And when you're not killing something, you're not getting trick-or-treat bags. The 5 minutes that you're over here killing this guy, Viscount, you can spend 5 minutes going around and doing a run. Well, you don't want to overlap your run. You don't want to sit here and go around circles because they don't spawn quick enough. So if you do a run, you might do this, and something like that, and then the door spawns, and then you take the long way around. That one mobs probably spawn by then. Come down to this door. Sometimes you will go around the edges, and then you go quick. All right, let's join this mob, and you run around pretty quick. I'll command for a second. For a short bit. What I haven't seen yet is how I put up my tag without leaving the... Okay, well, just put up my tag. Okay, let's see where they're at.
I am mighty.
Oh, they got one. Okay, never mind. So let's make it over to the commander, and now it took me a minute to see it. So let's go over through center and just make it to him. Now, what most people use is a Guardian or an NG. I'm using a Guardian, and this, all you have to do is use the Guardian and use your number 1, and that's called a Loot Stick Guardian. And use number 3 for some swiftness. I have the superior sigil of speed on for my upgrade and bloodlust. You can use what you want otherwise, but the point is, I don't have any break free things because I don't know which ones. I don't know Guardian, and I just picked some random ones. And when you're with a group, it doesn't really matter because you kill them quick enough and you don't really get stuck. But it's a pain right now getting through. Let me through. Alright, so here's the group. So you stay pretty close. You don't want to get too far behind. So now look at my trick-or-treat bags coming on. Now if you stop carve a pumpkin, you're going to get left behind, which is fine, but that just means you got to catch up. So you just want to do that sporadically. You don't want to stop at all the pumpkins and all of the nodes. Now the reason that I like to do NG, I know NG well, and NG is very mobile. And see, they're going pretty quick. See, they're not tagging and killing those mobs. I like to go a little slower when I run because see, oh, we got that one. See, they're not all the way dead. Oh, there they go. So the point is, if you don't kill these guys, you're not getting loot. And if you go too fast to kill them, you're not getting loot. So you'll run into different kinds of commanders. Some that just go fast, fast, fast. And if you ever have me as a commander, I go a little slower. And see, I tried to monkey around with those. And I don't have my NG on me. With my NG, I can use my rocket boots, a couple other things, and catch back up. But in general, you don't want to mess around. Well, that's really about it, guys. You'll have to get used to carving your pumpkins and doing your dailies one at a time. Catch up, do one of them, catch up, do one of them, catch up. Like me, I would have got all those skeletons. So he's probably skipping Lich. I can't remember the description. So, and you'll find idiots that open up the doors just out of spite, or they'll put up a mentor tag. I've had that, and then they'll claim it's because of something silly like, I want to let the map know that Viscount is being fought. Well, it kind of ruins the group, splits groups up, and then before you know it, the lab group dies. So, yeah, so please don't do anything like that. So there's a node. Now I'll get this node and don't watch me fall behind some. But that's really it, guys. That's why people skip them. See how far I fell behind, and that's why you go fast, because the goal is to get maximum bags per hour. If you have any suggestions, comments, leave them below. That's the skelly mob I was talking about. See how he kind of went off the path to get that? Those guys don't have much health, so you got to be up front to get a piece of those. These guys here, that's the other mob I was talking about. You got to be up front to get those guys. Skipping him. Let's do a quick test. So let's start a timer. It's 2:39. If we spent 5 minutes doing, I'm not getting some tags or killing them before I get to them. I gotta get up here. So if you gotta watch your did you take off that way? Yeah. You gotta watch it. If you find you're not getting too many bags like I am right now, you're too far behind. I'm gonna have to switch to my NG to show you. Here's a door right down here. So, learn how to keep up. When I have somebody like this, I always switch to my NG. Now if you look, nobody opened that door. Commander's supposed to open the door. So that's the other good thing. He waited till people got here, because the more people you have at the door, the more loot you'll get, because it scales. Plus, you don't want people to lose out on the loot. So, while we could have been doing this count, look at all the bags we're getting, along with going through the trail, by not doing this count. Trust me guys, it's just not worth it. This count isn't. Lich isn't really, but it's not as bad as Viscount. Alright, well I think I've blabbed on enough. Have any comments, questions? Feel free to leave them below, guys. I love to answer questions. I love to talk in-game. Here's my in-game name. I'm happy to chat, answer questions. See you around, guys.